Hey everybody, welcome to Bearded Baker Banter. Happy Friday.
That's right.
We had a little scheduling action, so we decided to go back a little bit old school and start releasing here on a Friday, at least this week. So welcome everybody. Welcome Trent, welcome Trey.
Good to be back.
Glad to be here in such a time in the sports world. College basketball, college football, and NFL and NHL are live, boys, alive and well.
Yeah.
Can I say it does feel like we've been away for a while because we did previous Tuesday and then it was like, oh yeah, we're usually like a week and we're like almost 2 weeks now. So here we are on a Friday, but yes, as you guys mentioned, a lot of sports to talk about, a lot of football, a lot of college football as playoff rankings start to kind of take shape there in the college football world. College basketball obviously tipped off this week on Monday. Some pretty exciting teams, exciting games, some surprises, I think, which we'll get to near the end. But other than that, let's jump right into the NFL. Big news out of the week is that Dennis Allen is no longer the head coach of the New Orleans Saints after the New Orleans Saints looked like they were going to be pretty dangerous this year to start the season. And boy, that took a quick turn.
Yeah, that was, man, people were talking to them about like Super Bowl contenders and like including us. I think we even said they're legit, like 2 games in a row. They did to the Cowboys, but it turns out the Cowboys aren't legit either. Trent, don't shake your head. You were on the bandwagon too.
No, I wasn't. Dude, no, I wasn't. You know who their quarterback is.
I think we're
There's
on
no way I was on that bandwagon. There's no way. I am not. I'm not. I was never sold. Was never sold on the Saints. Okay, I'm sorry. From a run. Okay, good. I got a lot of tape to run on you this week because I just freshly listened to our episode last week, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll run the tape on myself a little bit because my college football, I think I was wrong on every damn one last week on this podcast. I think I hit 1 or 2. I'm not going to lie. But you know what? That happens because I've had a couple successful week. And what's that rule, Trey? The law of
averages.
Yeah. So, always comes back to bite you. But no, I mean, I think the interesting fact is that this is the second time now he's been fired with Derek Carr as his quarterback. Right? Yep. Like that's a very unique like fact or stat line, I would say. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think. I mean, Olave can't stay healthy. Rattler has had to start 3 games this year, and that was a big old pooper. Because he looked like shit. And then, and I mean, honestly, I think their best bet is just not bearded best bet, but the best bet is just put Taysom Hill in the game. Like he still is a playmaker when I watch him play. Like I think he had 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like last week. So it's like so. I don't know. That division is a freaking weird one every single year, and the Saints are the Saints, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really don't know how to take them, especially kind of moving into this next season into this next week. Like, are they going to be better? Are they going to be worse? I mean,
I avoid. Can I just say a little quick something? Because like when I was picking mine, I was like, oh man, definitely. Because I think they got the Falcons, right?
Yeah.
I was even sitting there like, oh man, Falcons are totally going to smoke them.
Right.
On paper and in all reality with the current events, you'd think. But like teams that fire their coaches, they sometimes rally around the interim guy, like just that little change up, little new energy. Yeah. Doesn't necessarily last long. Speaking from experience with the Raiders, but yeah, those are games that I try to avoid when I know the coach has just been fired. So
yeah, especially against the Falcons, who are a little bit unpredictable, in my opinion.
I agree.
They're at one hand, it's like they look like they're going to run away with it. Next week, it's like, oh, are they going to run away with it or not? So I stayed away from that as well. I mean, it is what it is. But Yeah, so that was obviously big news of the week. Zadarius Smith becoming a Detroit Lion. I think Mr. Kneecaps, Coach Kneecaps himself called it out that they were going to be all right in terms of pass rusher. I think it was the previous week. So that, not gonna lie, that's pretty scary considering the fact that if you keep him going to the next season, and barring any setbacks from Hutchinson can come back. You got those two, man. Look out, because that could be dangerous.
Yeah. Honestly, I think they would have been okay without another edge rusher, and this just kind of solidifies their, I think, spot as the best team in the NFL. I know the Chiefs are undefeated, but watching the teams play, I would take the Lions today over the Chiefs.
Trey, I said that too. I agree. And I think, Trent, you said it last week too.
They are. And I'll just like to add on to, I not even just they're the most fun.
Yeah.
Like they don't play. He doesn't play conservatively. Like they're doing tricky shit that most of the time I'd be scared to death to do as an offensive guy. And to be honest with you, I don't know how to put it. Like, I can't stand hearing NFL players and coaches whine about them scoring. Like, dude, the game was 17-3. They went for it on fourth down, I think scored a touchdown. And Matt LaFleur's over there acting like that was disrespectful. Like, get the hell out of here. You'd be doing the same goddamn thing if you could. I mean, and it's not just to him. There's even a player leading into it this week saying, the Lions run up the score. I'll tell you the game they did run up the score. And I freaking loved it, and I guarantee all of you loved it. And that was a Lions game. Or, sorry, the Cowboys-Lions, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was literally like a big old middle finger to Dallas and the NFL after they screwed them out of that game that year. So, I don't care. I mean, I guess my thing is in like high school, yeah, you're still teaching kids how to play the game right. You don't want to make anybody look bad. But in NFL, I think your job is to make someone look bad.
Yeah. The Dolphins put up 70 points last year, remember?
Yeah, and he actually kind of called off the Dogs a little bit because he said about karma.
Called off the Dolphins.
Called off the Dolphins, yeah. I don't know what the purpose of that was, but yeah, dude, they're fun. They're good. Mm-hmm. They're good.
Can I ask you this too, along the lines of the Lions too? Has Goff been talked about as MVP candidate? Because I'll tell you what, of all the quarterbacks, I know he's not Mr. Electrifying, but the guy literally starts almost every single game like 11 for 11, 12 for 12 with like over 150 yards. I mean, he's getting the job done. And don't call him a game manager or any bullshit like that. I was
interested to hear Trey say it because I was going to say he is the antithesis. No, that's the wrong sense, correct? He is a game manager.
But
he's making mistake-free football. He doesn't have to do much. Run the ball.
But he has a good amount of talent around him.
Absolutely.
To get the guys the ball. I mean, it's but why not? That's what a football team's supposed to do.
Yeah. So I'm agreeing with you. I'm interested to hear what Trey says, because if he says yes, then he's got to eat his words on your comments about Brock Purdy last year.
What do you mean? Say what? Say yes to what?
If you say that Jared Goff should be an MVP candidate, then you were kind of in the wrong right now with what you said about Brock Purdy last year. I mean, I bet Brock Purdy's numbers last year were better than Jared Goff's right now.
Not completion percentage.
Oh,
maybe yards, but I mean
QBR is the most important. Don't forget.
Yeah, it is, and honestly, his QBR is near perfect because he has 2 incompletions a game because he is a system quarterback, and because the receivers he throws to are wide open. And Brock Purdy last year, who I said was also a system quarterback, was an MVP candidate last year. So.
You denied it until you were blue in the face.
What? That he's a system quarterback?
No, last year that he shouldn't even be close to MVP.
I mean, no one really deserved it last year, to be honest with you. McCaffrey, maybe. Or Tyreek Hill, but no, I don't know. I think I would say he's playing outstanding because, he's throwing for like 130 yards. He used to throw in a couple second and third downs to wide open receivers.
Who are you talking about?
And he lets David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs and their offensive line just tear it up, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just the reality of it. And that does open up the pass game, so it's good. The Lions offense looks unstoppable right now.
He's definitely too changing the mindset, I think, of football fans in general of the Lions, because remember it was always like, oh, how are the Lions going to figure out a way to lose this one, and that's kind of become more the mindset of sorry Browns fans, but now it's
I think last year
Browns.
Last year I think he went for it in the playoffs a couple times where, hey man, just take the field goal, take the points, and let your defense do its job. And no, 4th and 4, he goes for it. Doesn't like
that also came back to bite him in the ass against the Niners in the playoffs. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Yeah,
he didn't take the points.
That's what I'm. That guy was against the Niners. I'm saying there's a time where
I thought you were saying
and this funness that everyone likes to see. Yeah, it is entertaining, but it's also risky, just as entertaining as it is.
Oh, hold the phone. You know what that is? We haven't had one of these in a long time. It is a Richard Pop Top. It's been a while. Cheers, Richard.
You're back at it, huh?
Yeah, just decided to crack one open here on into a Friday. So
used to seeing him, slug some ginger ale and maybe like a half gallon of iced tea.
Yeah,
yeah, that was good. I was up for like next hour or two.
Jeez. Oh man.
But yeah,
it's to you.
All right. Well, any other? I don't think there's any other headlines. I mean, I think we could probably start to get into some picks for the week. Go ahead, John.
I want to just say something quickly. Is the complete collapse of the Cowboys, guys? Like this is it's over, and now the rumor is Dak's hamstring is so bad that it might even be partially torn from the bone.
It is. Now they're figuring out now they're saying what's the avenue to fix it?
Gotcha. So he's done. I think he's done for the year, and I think they are absolutely tanking. I think that was the move.
Even more interesting is the backup they choose to play.
Hold on.
Cooper.
Actually, Wait a second. Let's start with that, Trey, because then I also want to talk, Trent, to your point about if they tank, what's going to happen to the Dallas Cowboys, because it's what we had said before. But let's start real quick with the backup.
Sanders.
Hold your horses.
Well, let's just go there, Tyler. Let's go there.
All right. Shedeur Sanders becomes the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. They fire McCarthy, and then Dion is the new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh,
that's your play right there.
Holy cow!
Would Jerry Jones do that though?
Yes. Absolutely. He's ridiculous.
Do you think Dion would take that job?
100%, dude.
That's a dumb question.
Yeah. Okay.
100%. Dude, he would coach his son still. He'd be in the Cowboys franchise organization. Like,
how would he
take that?
How would he get Travis Hunter on his team too? He'd probably give up. He'd give up every first round pick for the next 5 years.
Trade Dak.
Well, yeah,
Jerry Jones would have to like trade some ownership.
You're not gonna get a first round pick for Dak Prescott.
Yes, you will.
No.
Yes, you will.
No way. Wow.
Yes, you will.
You're saying right now Dak Prescott is worth a first round pick.
Depends on the team.
I'm not saying he's worth it. I'm saying he would be a first round pick.
Disagree. I would
maybe second.
I would say
you guys
this.
doing it.
I would take.
That's what I was gonna say.
I would take him. I was just getting ready to say I would take him, but I'm not giving up the Raiders this year's first round pick because Raiders are going to have a top 5 pick. The Raiders right now are going to have the first pick.
Are they in dead last?
They have to be.
Titans have 2 wins.
I think it's the Titans and the Patriots.
No, Raiders have 2 wins, and Panthers have 2, but the Panthers beat us. So
everybody has at least. There's nobody that has 1 win anymore.
There are 9 teams that have 2 wins.
Wow.
Whoa, 9.
9.
Wow.
Bad football out there, boys.
Whoa, that's a stat right there, man.
I think Raiders are going to clean house again at the end of the year. They already cleaned their offensive side of the ball out. Offense coordinator Getsy fired.
Chet, I hate to say it, man, but that's starting to look like a Browns franchise.
What do you mean starting?
Well, I'm just like,
we have been worse than the Browns in the past decade or two. We just don't get that because we are the Raiders. Raiders have a better history. Maybe I'm wrong. In my opinion, the Raiders have a more.
No, they had 3 Super Bowls, so
that and just it's.
Who has a more recent, better history, the Jets or the Raiders?
Better? What do you mean? Wait.
Like who's recently like which team has sucked for longer?
Jets. I'd say the Jets.
Oh, I disagree. I think the Raiders.
When were the Jets good?
Mark Sanchez, Rex Ryan.
No.
2 AFC championships, Ty.
They definitely were, Ty. They definitely were. The Raiders do you realize the last time the Raiders won a playoff game was literally the year that they got smoked in the Super Bowl by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. But seriously, so I do believe the Jets have a more recent, better history, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, it was very close touchdown here. I'm not sure if he did.
Yeah, he did.
I think he did. Was it a pass?
Yeah.
Too bad that wasn't Bateman, damn it. But Bateman.
It's all right, Chad. We need that for fancy.
Okay.
But so I don't know. That's a good question, though, Trey.
I just do. I think the Cowboys are definitely tanking. I never thought of that Shedeur Sanders connection. Wow, that could be enormous.
Yep. Dion would, dude. That is like the Dion show, man. Like, yeah. I mean, that right there would even though I don't think they would be a good team still. That would give their fans a lot of hope.
Yeah, but honestly, to be completely honest, I would 100% take Dak over Shedeur Sanders.
Dude, I'm not disagreeing with that. I totally agree with that, Trey.
Like
you're putting all your money on a guy that, again,
just playing average football at Colorado.
Yeah, exactly.
Just understand, guys. When it gets into draft time, I am guaranteeing if your little scenario doesn't happen, I'm telling you the Raiders are going to draft him.
Shedeur?
100%.
That'd be crazy.
It's going to happen.
All right, here's a question though. Would you take Hunter over Shedeur?
Yes.
Like, who would you take earlier? I guess is what I'm saying.
Hunter.
So yeah, okay, that's okay. So I'm not stupid in thinking that.
But the Raiders need a quarterback. So anyway,
yeah.
Well, I want to talk about the Raiders. They suck.
Cam Ward.
That's who I would rather.
That's a guy. Yeah, he's puts points on.
Now there's a guy.
Now there's a guy that'll put $1 on.
I think when you
anything else?
No. So I think you guys are ready.
Bearded Best Bets.
Sorry, I was trying to act more cool after we came back rather than being like,
yeah.
I know, that's why I was like smiling. I probably looked a little creepy. I was like,
yeah, you did.
It's all right. Whatever. But that sound does mean it is time for Bearded Best Bets. If you guys don't mind, I would like to start.
Good.
Let's do it.
I got 5 NFL picks here.
Whew.
I'm taking Commanders -3 at the Steelers.
It's in Washington.
I meant against the Steelers. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Taking under 47 in the Bills and Colts game. This is going to be a little bit of a surprise. Taking the Broncos +7.5 against the Chiefs. That hook could come back to bite the Chiefs, and that's one of those weird games I just have a feeling for. Taking the Titans Chargers under 39. I think the Chargers win, but I think the Titans hang with them. I think it is a very low scoring game, like a 16-14 kind of game. And you ready? Last NFL pick for this Sunday. Christian McCaffrey, first touchdown score against the Bucks.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Welcome back, CMC.
Now I see he's back, but are you not nervous at all about a pitch count?
Definitely.
Sure, but he's going to start the game, so why not take the first touchdown?
All right. All right.
Dude, he's going to get the ball. He even said he had no pain after his practices. Like, he's back. Look out. We're getting healthy at the right time, and I can't freaking wait.
All right. All right.
Wow.
But he's allowed to be excited, Trey. He's allowed to be excited. So while Trey's getting his good old Woody Page on over there, I got my 3. I'm on the Commanders, but I'm a little more conservative, and I went money line for minus 148.
I took that first, and I was like, let's get 3.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes if you can get that juice when the spread is a field goal, I'm like, I'm going to take the money line just to take it.
That's a good point.
Especially when it's a favorite like that with -3. So my next one is I really like the Lions -3.5. Constantly I'm looking at like when they're playing good teams and being like, no way they're gonna cover. There's no way. Like last week I thought Packers +3.5 was gold. But that they covered there. Then the last one that I'm really on is I believe the Cardinals +2 at home versus the Jets. I think the Cardinals are doing exactly what I know. At least I said, and I think maybe you both agreed with me on this. Is I didn't say the Cardinals were going to be a playoff team, but I said they were totally going to go over their 4.5 total wins that they were projected to get. I just think as much hate as this guy gets, Kyler Murray is a playmaker. Like he's a playmaker. I'm not saying he
is when it doesn't have to just be him though, because if you remember I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think Trent, you and I, when we had our fantasy team, he was our quarterback. Remember, he was getting like 40 points a game.
Yeah.
Remember that? And then all of a sudden he fell off. Then he got hurt. And then it was,
he had a little falling out with Kingsbury too. So
yeah.
But yeah, I like the Cardinals. I like the Cardinals being home underdogs. I just think everybody is on the Jets bandwagon after them beating who they just beat recently. The Texans.
Yeah.
The Texans without most of their wide receiving core. So
it was a trap game.
Yeah, that got me. But yeah, those are my 3. NFL for me is when I look at. I think I will say this. I know tonight I was on a prop, but I'm much more on spreads and money lines this year than I am props.
NFL props have been really hard this year
because of the injuries. Man.
That's that's a great point.
Every time I bet on that Mason running back for the Niners, he has gone out with an injury.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
2 times.
You did it twice. Yeah, you did it twice, and he went out for the whole second half.
Only one was a recipe pick. Only one. I bet him a 2-touchdown game a couple weeks back. I said he's going to have 2+ touchdowns out in the first quarter. I was like, you son of a gun. So
that's what happens.
Yep. Good, Trey. I see we got a beer bet brewing.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll start with that one because I think the Steelers' defense is just really legitimate. I think they can win them games. I think going against a rookie quarterback, I know he's played well, he really has, but something's got to give sooner or later. And I think that that Steelers defense makes elite quarterbacks look bad that have proven themselves for years in the league. So I'll take the Steelers getting. What's that?
TJ Watt ain't going to be there mentally. He's got the baby on the mind.
I don't know about that. That's going to make it play harder.
Congrats,
but I got him. Congrats. I got him at 3. So I like the Steelers +3 is one of my first best bets.
That's what Tyler said. He has a -3, right?
Okay.
So are we doing this or?
I mean, I'm willing.
I'll do it.
All right, 3.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, hold on, real quick. By the way, we can talk about it more in college, but
we'll get wait. Let's save it.
What?
Beer bet. Go ahead.
Okay. Next one, Trent, you mentioned already, but Lions -3.5. I think that the Texans got a lot of issues with their offensive line. And as a result, CJ Stroud is playing scared and he has no time. And I think what's that?
Hurt.
Yeah, and
the receivers
too. Yeah. I mean, Tank Dell's good. Schultz is good. He's got okay players still around him, but
two of his best guys to lose Stephon Diggs and
I understand.
You lost number 1 and 2.
Yeah, why is the other one slipping?
Nico.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, I like the Lions. They look like a force, and I'll take 3.5 points all day. Last one is a team I think is going to come on here soon, pretty hot. The Rams -1 at home against the Dolphins on Monday night. But yeah, I just think that, like Tyler, I think them and the 49ers are both going to get hot at the right time. So we'll see. I like them only giving 1 point to a struggling Dolphins team, to be frank.
Trey, do you think that? I know you say the Rams and the Niners. I'm kind of more along the lines of the Cardinals and the Niners.
Cardinals aren't like, I don't know. I don't trust them. Like they're exciting and they can get hot, but when it comes down to it, like, are they gonna play disciplined football enough to win a game against the 49ers?
I mean, they beat them already.
The defenses look good.
I don't know. We'll see. I think the Cardinals are good and they're exciting, but I don't think they'll hold up.
That NFC West is like a freaking just
toss up,
jammed up, man. It's everybody's 4-4, 4-5, I think, or something.
Cream will rise to the crop top.
No, I know. That's why I got excited about.
Yeah,
things in there. Any other picks, Trey?
Nope, just those 3 this week.
There was one thing that we did forget to touch on before we got into picks was Dallas Cowboys quarterback moving forward here with Dak being out.
Right.
So you do have Cooper Rush, but don't forget that there is a Trey Lance waiting on that bench as a 3.
They don't trust him.
Right. I'll be honest with you. Like, I want to see what he does because there's a lot of there's still people out there that are like, oh man, why did they get rid of Lance? But like, I just want to see what he can do.
Now, no Niners fan is saying that.
I do want to see what he can do because
I'm saying there's Niners fans saying, why did we get rid of Lance? Are you kidding me?
Not Niners fans. I'm saying there's people out there there's people out there that are saying, why did the Niners get rid of Lance?
Because I don't know why. I just think it's crazy they're not going to him over Cooper Rush.
Trey, I would almost put money on it that this week, at some point, he comes in the game.
Ooh,
maybe.
It's a good beer bet. They have the Eagles, though. Eagles. Ooh.
Well, they're going to get in desperation mode there because
their season's done.
Who?
Cowboys.
Their
season's done.
I thought you meant the Eagles still. I was like, what?
No, you got 2 teams at the top of your division with only 2 losses. What do they have? 7 losses? Yeah. It's 2-7? It's over. Like, what are we?
3-5.
What are we even debating? They're done.
Yeah. Maybe
I'll eat my words. We'll see, but I think everyone's quit. I mean, Zeke was late to how many things, and they didn't even let him travel with the team.
Is that what it was? I didn't even actually get to see why.
Yeah, okay. He was late to too many team things, and
dude, you're like a 10-year vet. Like, get your shit together, dude. Like,
losing games can make everybody, hate it a little bit more. They hate the grind.
I know. That's frustrating. Like, no, it's not frustrating. It's actually, I love it because I hate the Cowboys. But
yeah,
get your shit together.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move into college football here. That's
Mike check. Mike check. Check.
I think it's still working.
Prestige worldwide. Is this thing on?
Yeah, shut your mouth.
That's exactly what it reminded me of. All right. What?
I think he's a little quiet. You might want to check it. Get a tech team on that real quick.
Can you hear me? Am I good?
Yeah. Move it a little closer to you.
Better.
Yes.
Hello.
All right. Here we go. So college football here. A little bit of if you guys have other games too that you want to bring up here, but there was at least two. Sorry, and I know because I'll save some of the big ones here for you, Trey. But I did call Texas Tech last week. Texas Tech ended up beating Iowa State. Now I didn't say that they beat them, but I said they would definitely cover, so they ended up winning by 1. The other game that I was interested in that I know I did call was that South Carolina would beat Texas A&M, and they just beat them, dude. They crushed them, 44-20 last week. So those are two of the games that I at least wanted to mention. And I would like to also point out that I think that Florida-Georgia game went exactly like I predicted, that Florida would hang around the first half, and then Georgia would figure it out and ended up winning the game in the second half.
And not covering.
It's exactly what I didn't say they'd cover. I'm just saying that's how the pace of the game is going to go.
That was my bet for the day.
Well, and let's be honest, Florida's down to the third-string quarterback, and they're in the middle of the gauntlet, going into this week. They got Texas. They went Georgia last week, Texas this week. It's like, whew. So, and that was after playing Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
tough.
pretty. Oh yeah, that's quite a gauntlet of games here. But other games, you guys, from last week.
I think we got to talk about the big one.
Yeah.
All right. Bring up the big one.
Yep. Yet again.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Just so excited to talk about this.
The excitement in his voice.
Yeah, like you can just tell.
Go ahead, Trey.
No, I mean it is just the same old story. He's 1-9, 1-10 against Ohio State since he's become the head coach. 1-17 or 18 all time against top 10 teams. So yeah, it's just frustrating, especially when it's right there for the taking. Like you're in the 5-yard line twice you come away with no points. You don't score an offensive touchdown the whole game.
Or 3 points.
Yeah.
I'm like Trey, that first drive, okay, that they had,
yeah,
where they literally made Ohio State look like they didn't know how to play football. Right. And all I can say is this, that they needed 7 points to put a stamp on that drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming away with 3 gave Ohio State complete life.
Yeah, imagine getting the pick 6 after a touchdown too. Like that would have been.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's tough. I mean, I know it's not the end of the season this time, luckily, because of the playoff format. But it's just not reassuring. Like I know that if we win out, which we should, looking at the schedule. I mean, if we don't, then geez, I don't know what we'll do. But it's just not reassuring, even with making the college football, or the playoff. I mean, so I don't know. It's just disappointing, Ryan. I think I forget who said it, but they described it perfectly. It's Penn State for the Ohio State game is the big one, as we've called it, right? But for Ohio State, it's just another game, and they constantly show up, and maybe we're making the moment too big, and I don't want to make an excuse, but we can't make it a whiteout game anymore, which sucks. But I don't know.
Yeah,
frustrating. Just frustrating.
Yeah.
So I hope you're happy, Trent.
Not. I'll let you talk to my wife. Like she'll tell you. She actually questions. She said, "Are you actually like a Penn State fan or what? Like why are you so upset?"
Wow.
And it's. I mean, I don't like Ohio State, but like I listened to everything you guys said last week, and then I hear about how much of a shoo-in Penn State is in the playoff. To quote both of you, it's a depleted Ohio State team.
Yeah,
a depleted Ohio State team, and Penn State couldn't score a single offensive touchdown.
Yeah.
You tell me against a depleted Ohio State team, you can't score 1 touchdown and you deserve to be in that playoff? Hell no. Hell no. Indiana's better than Penn State.
No, we don't.
I think
Indiana would pound Penn State right now. I'm
I think
telling you that
Indiana's
for
better than
fact.
Ohio State too.
I can't wait for that game. But I'm telling you right now, I guess it is so frustrating. 44, Warren doesn't touch the ball when you're inside the 2. He got you there. Give him a goddamn quarterback sneak with him under center.
Couldn't be stopped.
Or just put him right behind Aller. I know he's Aller, but once again, we said Penn State's better with him at quarterback. 0 touchdowns. Interception inside the 5-yard line. That was I know it was a freak interception, but the ball's turned over.
Yeah.
So I'm done with Penn State. I agree with what I've seen out there. Penn State should not ever be able to move past higher than 10th in the rankings until they play Ohio State, just to see if they beat them.
Mm-hmm.
That has to be their baseline. They're not higher than 10. They're never higher than 10 until they beat Ohio State. Then they can move up past that.
That seems really fair.
I know it's not real, but it's my frustration, and I'm not even a Penn State fan. You could take it as me hating them. If I was hating on them, I'd be like, they lost. It's not how I feel. I was pissed off. It was a very annoying. And then I don't like the after game antics. I don't like
yelling at the fans.
And I get it. The fans are giving you crap because, one, they're fans, which is short for fanatics. They're probably drunk college kids, as we saw them do to Jason Kelsey, what they did, right? That dude looked like a loser. Not Jason Kelsey, the kid, the Penn State kid did. But, you sit there and you're yelling at him, and then James Franklin tries to go up and act like a tough man and say, "What's your name? Just give me your name." What are you going to do? You're going to go to the freaking head of the school and get that kid kicked out of school? Why do you want to know his name? To me, it reminded me of Sirianni-like.
That's what I was just going to say.
Sirianni-like. It was not good for him. And you know what? I hope the reason he did, because I think it was a little bit of I think it was just a little bit of all the frustration catching up on him.
For sure.
I think he's getting it now from there.
Going back to inside the 5 thing, you have a guy that is a dynamic quarterback. Why not bring him in, to at least give you a shot or a chance, when you're inside the 5 where you can run or pass, it's bring him in, let him, give him a little bit more, some read option stuff or something, it's what the hell, but not gonna lie.
Same thing. Year in, year out.
It's completely off base, but that Jamar Chase touchdown there.
It
hurts a little bit. But yeah, so that is last week. This is this week. So let's move into week 11, which I just realized. Holy crap. I didn't even have our ticker running here to tell us what week it is. By the way, shout out Moneyline Go partner, moneylinego.com. Check us out, subscribe, $9.99 for some picks from Bearded Baker Bets.
Can we welcome the very own Fast Breaks to the Moneyline Go family?
Yes. Welcome Fast Breaks to the Moneyline Go family. Welcome, and obviously, Moneyline Go.
Sorry, even though I don't know him that well, but Heels. Sorry, man. Sorry, buddy.
Kevin. I was gonna say, so yeah, you can also check out College Juice podcast too. I think they usually also drop on Fridays. Give us both a listen. Obviously, Bearded Baker Banter, College Juice. Become a pretty good friend over the last couple of years here. So like to support each other out. But again, welcome Fast Breaks to Moneyline Go team. Also, 100% profits through the end of the year.
Yeah, how about that?
Heck yeah, man.
Good stuff right there.
Congratulations. All right. So college football week 11 here. Week 11, we got some big games. Got a couple bets that we'll get into here. But I want to say probably biggest game. Could be wrong. I don't know. There's a couple big games here. But definitely looking at Georgia, Ole Miss. Definitely looking at Alabama, LSU is 2 that I have circled in terms of some big-time stuff here. But Georgia, Ole Miss, think it's going to be, for lack of a better term, a dog fight. I'll give you my picks and stuff later, but I don't know, man. Think that Lane Kiffin will have his team ready to go, but I don't know. There's just something I hate it. I hate like Georgia's becoming the new Alabama for me, but I hate the fact that like Georgia's gets beat, and then just somehow finds a way to win. It's like the halftime adjustments that Kirby Smart's able to make and get his team to kind of come around and be like, hey, listen, guys, we got our asses kicked for first 2 quarters here. Now we're gonna do this. You guys ready? And then all of a sudden it's just like game changer. I think the only way that Georgia struggles is if they actually have players drive the team bus to the game. But that's just me.
Oh.
What's that? Is that in bad taste?
No.
No, it's the truth. I mean, it's happened enough, guys, that it's a real thing there.
They don't talk about it really.
You're right. That is a very good point. But Tyler, I'll kind of, I said I'll run the tape on myself. I said Ole Miss is they're nothing. Jackson Dart's a dud this year. Boy, did he come out and prove me wrong in that game this past week. They put one on him. So good for him. I from what I heard, I provided them bulletin board material. They must have rolled our tape in their locker room before the game and inspired them to just absolutely. Their opponent was slipping my mind, but they absolutely murdered them.
Did you? Well, Trent, about bulletin board material, I think there was a video out there that Lane Kiffin was actually doing a TikTok dance to our introduction music. So maybe that was the inspiration, but I don't know. That's just rumor. I haven't seen it yet. But
confirmed too. I heard actually.
Gotcha. So, yeah, that's just. But yeah, I don't think. I think this is like one of those lines once again when you can get Georgia with that. I'm gonna take Georgia. I'm sorry, I know we're not doing picks yet, but Georgia is better. Georgia is more talented, and I know they haven't quite like looked as dominating. I think it's because their offense hasn't looked quite as dominating.
Yeah.
I don't know. Carson Beck, the hammerhead. I don't know.
Dude, I'll tell you, I mean, first off, that's a great call. But secondly, like, dude, he's had some holes in his game. And when he makes one mistake, it just piles.
I think he's had 3 interceptions in three different games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like right after the other,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bateman, 25 plus,
right.
boys.
That's right.
Let's go. Another positive night for the recipes.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
But yeah, so Georgia Ole Miss. Trey, any thoughts on Georgia Ole Miss before we move to Bama LSU?
I think Ole Miss gets put out of their playoff misery this week.
Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a good call. It's true. It's definitely playoff implications.
And same with the other SEC game too. I think that's an elimination game.
Yeah. It'll definitely be.
Should be. It really should be, Trey. You're right.
It will be. That'll be 3 losses.
Third, right?
Either one, I think it'll be 3.
Yeah.
Well,
could you?
And I'll tell you what. And this.
I'm just looking. I'm looking through it right now. I mean, so if Georgia wins, Ole Miss is gone. If whoever wins between Bama and LSU, they have to be gone, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I mean, if you guys take a peek, and this is kind of, I know Trent, we talked about the playoff bracket stuff, but I mean, Alabama, like, really? You guys agree that Alabama should be in the playoff right now?
Over the 2 teams that are the first out? Yes.
Which would be SMU and A&M.
Yes,
yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that either.
I'm not gonna lie. You guys you're gonna hate on this, and I know we all like Cam Ward, but SMU has something cooking down there. That was the one pick that I got right over you two. You guys were both on Pitt last week, and I said, no way. SMU is rolling right now. And they killed Pitt.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, though. This is the first time Indiana's actually been in the playoff picture.
Yes.
Am I right in saying that?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, this is technically, Tyler, the first playoff rankings that have come out.
Correct. No, that's why this is like
So,
the big one. They're not just using.
Can you guys explain this to me, or maybe you don't? Maybe just say, "Yeah, Trent, it is so stupid." Why do we not just have these all year?
Yeah, nope, you're not stupid because I am not.
I don't think that's no. I think because you need a sample size and big games from different big schools to make decisions. If it's week 4 and there's 18 4-0 teams in the top 25, how do you make a playoff of that? Like
you could use the AP and that at the same time.
I don't know. I'll tell you the one thing I was so confused about when I was looking at the matchups. I was looking at the rankings, the playoff rankings, and saw that we had Notre Dame. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like we would have Alabama, and I was like, could not wrap my mind around it. And then I realized it's because of the automatic buys.
Trey, I did the exact same thing.
I was like, they got this wrong on multiple sources.
I did the exact same thing.
Can you imagine just looking at the playoff bracket here? Can you imagine a Notre Dame Penn State matchup in the first round, at least in Central Pennsylvania?
That would be by far the biggest crowd that's ever been.
That'd be one where I think Penn State might be able to win, but I think every team besides
who is that guy? Like just a professional Penn State negative downer.
I will not believe in them until they win a big game.
One game they could win.
Because I look at everybody ranked behind them. Tennessee's better than them. Indiana's better than them. BYU's better than them. Alabama's better than them.
BYU? No.
Yeah, they're better than Penn State. They'd beat Penn State right now.
No way.
Absolutely, they would. Look at Ohio State. They get Boise State first round. That's nice.
Trey, you know we could call Trent a Nittany Lion.
Yeah. A Dickney Lion.
Whoa.
What is that? They do call me Dick. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, Trey. Jeez. I didn't want to say that.
Oh, you did.
Trey, you did soft toss. That's right, too.
Yeah. He's so mad.
No.
Hey.
Would have been funny trying if you would have said that, put a hat on, and then just wave goodbye and just got up real quick.
Yeah.
See you later. But yeah,
what are we thinking of this here? This is awesome. This is just an awesome. Why did it take us this long to get to this? This is just phenomenal. Guys, all holiday season we have this.
Yeah.
It's not March Madness, but it is so much better than what we've had in college football.
It won't compete with March Madness, but it'll be good up there with NFL playoffs, I think.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Especially with the way the NFL's been going this year. Shit. Hell yeah. Tell you what, man. The team that just intrigues the hell out of me is BYU.
Yeah.
Look at them sitting at 4. Do you think? Okay, so put this in perspective. All right. Do you think that they would ever be a 4 when we were back in the 4-team playoff?
UCF might have been.
But do you know what I'm saying? There's no way in hell we'd sit here and we'd argue to be like, oh, are they undefeated? Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's right. That's kind of why I like the automatic bid, though, or the automatic buy for the.
I'm not disagreeing. But what I'm saying is it's awesome. The fact that the BYU is literally sitting there at a 4 seed, all right, is awesome. I know who it is. I just I don't know why I said WYU.
I thought you were drawing for the mascot.
The BYU team.
The BYU.
But no, I don't know. I mean,
the Soakers. No, just
whoa.
Okay,
you're on a roll.
That's where we draw the line.
Yep, that's too explicit. That's 2 right there, Trent.
How did I use explicit?
3 strikes, you're out, man.
Oh,
just kidding.
Anyway, my initial reaction is Ohio State has a very favorable pathway to the semis because I do believe Ohio State. I know we like seeing BYU there, but in reality, if you're sitting there as a team that has to play in the first round, those are 2 games where you're looking at and saying, okay, we are a higher ranked team than both of those teams. You're essentially
is that another Penn State dig there?
Yeah, kind of.
We are.
No,
he totally did it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that to be Tyler.
But what I do notice though is, oh my gosh. Well,
Can I make a bold statement about that right there?
I'm just telling you right now, Oregon. It looks good for Oregon, guys. I might have picked the national champion this year.
Which, by the way, I did go back and look at our rankings and stuff. I didn't have Ole Miss winning it. I had Ole Miss playing Georgia, but Georgia winning it.
Okay. So I had Missouri, which was way off.
Yeah.
And Oregon, but I had Oregon winning it all. And Trey had Georgia, Alabama, which can't physically happen, it looks like.
Right now.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Things are going to change.
Physically
could you imagine? Hey, could you guys imagine?
Trey, you suck. Trey, you suck.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. Guys, you guys are assuming.
Trey is actually the worst analyst because his can't actually happen.
Physically happen.
He absolutely just sucks at analyzing anything. So
it's not what I meant by that. I meant because they
would play. That's what I heard.
They would play in the semifinals, not the. But could you imagine if after this week we can actually say that Bama's mostly out of the playoff?
They're not going to lose.
It's a night game, which Lane Kiffin was very critical of how many night games LSU gets given.
Yeah, because he wanted to play Georgia at home at night.
Yeah, night game in Baton Rouge. That's tough. That's tough, man.
So I have two things. Number one,
I get the dancing Brian Kelly.
Oh God.
Two things here, real quick. Number one, I hate the fact that college football has all these to be determined times. Okay.
Why?
I don't know. It just frustrates the shit out of me because you can't plan for games. If you're not an actual college student, you can't be like, oh, well, if the game's at 1, all right. If the game's at, 8 o'clock, all right. Depending. And again, I'm not traveling to Tennessee right now with 2 young kids, but if you're a fan, like in terms of like planning things out, that's tough. All right. Number one, I hate that. But number two, what I was going to say, bold statement, just looking at this right here, Trent, I know you say that Ohio State has a favorable matchup. I wouldn't put it past Boise State beating Ohio State with the way that Ohio State truly is. Not the Ohio State that plays Penn State, but the actual Ohio State team this year. Mm-hmm. I could see Boise State keeping it very close and possibly beating them in that first round if it would just stay like this, simply because of the man in the backfield.
Okay.
Dude's a beast.
He's fun to watch.
So that's just that was just my kind of 2 cents there. But I hate Tennessee's matchup just because of how crazy Indiana is.
All right, I have a question for you guys. Besides BYU, because I don't think that's a fair one. Which single-digit team is most like right now? Which single-digit team is most likely to not make the playoff?
Not make the playoff?
Yep.
Okay, so you're saying Oregon, Miami, or Georgia?
No, single-digit seeded team. So even like the home first-round games too.
Oh, okay.
Well, I know who Trent's going to say. So Tyler, who do you?
No. Actually, Tyler would probably say them because don't forget, Trey, your beer bet with Tyler is alive now. Tyler claimed that Penn State will lose one more game this year. Yeah. Remember, it was all as long as they lost to Ohio State. So,
and it could be in the playoff.
No, I think we said regular.
I know. I don't know. I don't know if we did.
I wouldn't have made the bet, and you know that.
Yeah, we know.
I would have been.
Oh, shut up, Trent. Yeah,
I've been a great bet for me.
Team to not make the playoff here.
Single digit, not double digit.
Team to not make the playoff. I think in all reality, the single digit that won't. Man.
You're making a single digit.
I know. I hate that I'm going to say this team, but I just think because they don't really have the, how do I put it, the reputation of being a football school. If Indiana loses to Ohio State, they're out.
I'd agree with that.
Even though they're better than Penn State.
I'd agree with that. Can I be perfectly honest with you?
Yeah.
I think what you're looking at here is the one game that, again, obviously a Tennessee fan, but that I have circled is, I believe it's next week, but Tennessee does play Georgia. Yeah, next week at 7:30. And if Tennessee does beat Georgia, which, if you want to talk about history, the last time Tennessee beat Georgia, Donald Trump was elected president. So just saying history repeats itself. But if Tennessee beats Georgia, I think Alabama's out.
No, not if Alabama's 2 losses.
Tennessee beats Georgia, Alabama's out.
If everything I don't know. I do. I think because then Georgia, I believe, would drop out of that top 4. I think technically, wouldn't Texas move into there?
Probably. I think
Texas is a 1-loss school. Tennessee's a 1-loss right now.
Texas A&M.
Georgia's a 1-loss. No, Texas A&M has 2 losses.
But it's by the conference, isn't it?
Right.
The SEC standings.
I don't think so. I think it's by how many overall losses.
I'm looking right now. It's Georgia, A&M, Tennessee, Texas, LSU, Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, Bama.
LSU is what, 2?
There's 1 conference loss, 2 overall.
The playoff is determined by overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
if you get to the SEC championship and you're the champion, then you get an automatic bid, regardless of what your rank is.
Yes, you're right.
And that could be A&M. That could be Vanderbilt.
It won't be Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt plays Tennessee still.
I know, last game of the season. Don't worry.
And in fact, I would say that's my single-digit team that I think would be most likely to not make the playoff.
So dick, dude. I sat here. I didn't even pick Penn State.
No, and I'm not trying to be. I think it's because of their remaining schedule.
No, I know.
They have Vanderbilt. They have Georgia. I think who else they have?
Tennessee has Vanderbilt and Georgia.
And
they already played Alabama.
And Mississippi State.
They'll beat Mississippi State pretty handily.
And, oh my gosh, Tyler, you guys have UTEP.
Remember, well, hey, the beautiful thing is this is not set in stone yet. So we got weeks on end to make predictions and analyze. So I'm excited. Like I said, this is. I will just add one more thing before we're wrapping this up here with our picks for the week. I'm very thankful that these big conferences went away from divisions.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be so much better when it comes to like conference championship games. It's going to be more fair.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Does anybody know what is the criteria though?
It's top 2 teams each division.
Yeah.
Top 2.
And there's tiebreakers.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do the tiebreakers look like? Because you could have 4 teams that have 1 loss.
Well, there's a doomsday scenario. There's a doomsday scenario where every team could have 2 losses. With how they remain 8 teams, 8-way tie for first.
It'll probably go with where you're ranked higher in the AP poll then.
No, I think we'll go head-to-head matchups, or like margin of victories against each other. I don't know.
You do realize that, and I think I heard this on the One College Football show too, is they talked about we argued when it was 4 teams. Do you know how much more arguing it's going to be with 12 teams? Like, this is going to be nuts. People are going to be so pissed off. But
yeah,
I am actually rather surprised that Texas A&M is listed as a second team out. I think Texas A&M's done, but
I don't think so.
They're done.
They're a 2-loss SEC school that's second in their conference right now.
Trey, stick a fork in them.
I guess my question is, why isn't LSU up there?
They're 18.
Good question. They're probably 17? Right after Texas A&M.
Okay.
Pretty sure
they're ranked 15th.
15th. Yeah. All right. Ready for picks here?
Let's do it.
Bearded best bets.
All right. What a beautiful.
That was good, Trent.
Right up.
What's that?
That was good.
Beautiful sound that was.
What was good?
Did a good face.
Thank you.
Hey, nice feet. Nice face.
Did you say nice feet?
They said nice face. I said you're all about.
You totally said it. Good.
You're all about complimenting Trent tonight.
Yes, he is.
You heard it, Trent.
All right, so let's get into picks here. Go ahead, anybody. If not,
Yeah, I got you.
All right,
Do you need me to start?
I got two. I got two quick ones, but Trent, go ahead.
Okay, I got college. I always have more volume.
I have lots of volume.
I got 5 overall that I like right now.
Child's play.
Oh my gosh.
I like Georgia money line -135. I love Iowa State money line -142 at Kansas.
It's a good one.
I like Duke +3 at NC State. I like LSU. I like LSU as home dogs. They are underdogs in a night game versus Alabama. I'm on the LSU side of things. I want to get more. I want to get more points if I can. So I will end up taking an alternative line. And I think it's actually going to go a little bit more based on the juice at +2.5 right now. It's -105. And then the last but not least, I'm going BYU money line at Utah.
Okay. Like it. Try to go ahead with your 2, dude, because I got a bunch.
Yeah, so mine are simple. Tyler, I was with you on Texas Tech last week. Plus, I think I had them at 14, 13.5. I don't know what it was, but winning outright, that was a no sweater. So I'm taking them again +4 at the Sanders duo. Or I think it's at home, but they're playing the Sanders duo. So I think Texas Tech, I like their running back. I think they're going to control the tempo of the game. And I know I say it a lot, but I just don't trust Colorado, especially their offensive line. If Sanders has no time and he has to scramble the whole game, then I think they struggle. So that's my first one. Second one is Boston College -2 at home against Syracuse. I'm hoping McCord throws some 5 pick sixes again or something like that, since I'm not betting on him. But yeah, I think that's like what's his name? Bill O'Brien's got going on at Boston College. I think he has their quarterbacks, especially playing hard, but their whole team. And I think Syracuse is just streaky and not as disciplined. So
it's a good one. I like that. All right, just 2, man. Wow, I'm kind of surprised there with college.
It's best bet, man. I got to pick them. I mean, I'm not going to only make 2, but those are my best ones, I think.
All right. Well, I'd like to start mine off with another Richard Pop Top real quick.
Ooh.
Cheers, Richard. All right. I got 9, guys. 9 best bets here. Here we go. Told you, dude.
Just go for the baker's dozen.
I'm usually anywhere between 7 and about 12.
Not
now
under midnight.
No. Well, that's Trent's third strike. We got to kick him out.
Yeah, I know. What the heck? Get him out of here.
Oh, stop. Get him out of here. Hey, Trey. Yeah, because you know what I want to bring up is the fact that you forgot to do your shotgun and you owe 2 now.
What? Oh, fuck. That's not cool.
Yeah. Don't do a juice box like your buddy, your co-manager Nick did. Yep. All beer.
Does he have to do them back to back?
No. He just owes 2.
So you couldn't shoot me a reminder text or anything like that? And
hey, you didn't shoot me one the week before. So I did. Nobody called me out in my league. I can't believe that. I totally forgot about it because of, I think it was a trick or treat last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally forgot. So,
dude,
but yeah, look at his demeanor. He's like starting to get like a little flush.
Just all right.
Can you make
give us your best bets, Tyler?
Hold on. Yeah. Can you make the rule that he has to do them back to back and in
no.
us?
No, I won't do it to him.
Oh, come on.
I
All right,
know.
best bets here. Got Georgia Tech plus 11 against Miami. Miami does win that, but they like to struggle sometimes with covering. I got Florida and Texas under 47.5. I have Minnesota Rutgers under 46. Georgia Ole Miss under 55. So if anybody's keeping track, normally I'm the over guy, and that's 3 unders in a row.
I love unders.
And the guy nobody in the world.
They're the best. They're statistically the best ones.
Not a soul.
Your bet is
that they
winning
love
the
under.
whole time until it's not.
Exactly.
Dude, unders suck. I hate unders.
They're not fun to cheer for, but
No one
Smart bets,
loves under.
I do.
I have Indiana minus 14.5 because I think this is going to be their statement game. I know Michigan's down, but I think that they're going to run the score up there on Michigan. I think Michigan's going to have their heads spinning. Trey, you had mentioned you had Texas Tech plus 4, correct?
Yep.
Here we go. Texas Tech money line plus 154.
Wow.
Take it.
Love
They're
it.
going to beat Colorado.
Don't get greedy, though.
It's at Texas Tech. Yeah, I understand.
4 points. Ooh.
Oh, don't worry. I'll put the 4 points in a
it's
parlay.
true, yeah.
I know parlay of some sort, but I'm going to definitely put some money on there at money line. Vanderbilt plus 4.5. I think that South Carolina, while they had a big win last week against Texas A&M, I'm going Vanderbilt plus 4.5 this week. What?
Tryin.
What's up?
Just text the Fantasy League group chat about me having to chug 2 shotguns.
I'm sorry.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
Next, I got Alabama money line
Ooh.
at LSU. And my last best bet is Maryland plus 24.5 against Oregon. I think 24.5 is a lot of points. It's also over 3 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah.
And that little hook there could be magical.
Let's see what happens here, guys.
Magical hook.
Going for 2 here for the win.
All right, we going into college basketball here?
We sure are.
Little couple sprinkles here. A little bit of discussion because it has been quite a season already here. About what? A couple games in. 4 games in. But
yeah. All right. So college basketball. On the opening night, there were 3 top 25 3 ranked teams that lost. And
On opening night.
That was Monday. All of them are located in the state of Texas. Baylor, number 8, they lost. Number 13, Texas A&M, and number 18, Texas. So just putting that out there, a little madness on the first night of the season. So which you got to love to see. I think the most shocking one out of all of those was how bad Baylor got beat by Gonzaga.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that shocked me.
Tell you what wasn't shocking? The A&M one.
Really?
Nope, it wasn't.
I thought that was kind of shocking.
No, it wasn't Buzz.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah,
I thought they'd be better.
He's probably a guy that got the riblets, Trey, at Applebee's.
Yeah, I know.
That's why he lost.
You were the riblet guy.
I miss their French fries, though. I love
never
their
been.
fries.
No, you're a chicken finger guy, like a little baby.
You coming at me?
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
I totally
Five.
that. I love chicken tenders. I call them
Their honey
tenders.
mustard
Oh yeah,
and those fries. Oh man.
Yeah, see, thank you. Look, now you're like, hey, you sound a little stupid because
No, I just want the crunchy shrimp for God's sake.
The chicken tender platter or chicken tender basket, no matter where you go, it's safe.
Platter.
You get a good amount of food all the time, so I'll stick to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a good meal.
It's the guy that goes, but he's the guy that goes to Red Lobster.
Oh, stop!
Okay,
No, I
yeah.
Gets
don't.
chicken fingers. Yes, you do. Yes, you
No,
do.
I
Yeah.
don't. When I was little,
Clam
yes,
strips, Tyler.
I do love me
Dude,
some
good,
clam
good
chips.
call.
Mhm.
Hey, so shout out to Red Lobster. If you want to be sponsored, if you're to Baker Banter, hey, cheesy bay biscuits,
Cheddar pan.
cheesy cheddar bay biscuits.
Okay, let's talk hoops here, boys.
All right. So 3 teams. So real quick, I'll just kind of mention at least my team standpoint. I thought Carolina struggled against Elon. That was a little frustrating. But I will say the team to keep an eye on that, and this is completely not in a major, headspace of teams here, but High Point is scary good. I know they didn't, have the best competition, but I'll tell you what. I actually took them 2 days in a row because I realized I didn't play the first day.
I was so confused.
I was so freaking mad. I was so mad. I'm sorry. I was so mad. But anyway, so High Point, I don't know if I've ever taken a team to win minus 21.5. And for them to actually be up by 25 at half and then end up winning by almost 40 points was pretty electric. And I'll tell you what, I know that's a team to kind of keep an eye on, especially in that division. But High Point's a team. I already have my shirt. High Point's no, I already I've had it from last year.
Yeah.
But High Point's a team to definitely keep an eye on. The other team that I'm definitely keeping an eye on here, gambling wise, is St. Bonaventure. The Bonnies covered the first game. I bet them. I think it was minus 7.5. So they covered their game. But Oakland struggled a little bit last night. Oral Roberts looked terrible. Now I know they both played some pretty good competition, Minnesota and Boise State. But we'll get back on track. But we'll see what happens here. I'm telling you, when I turned on the small college basketball games on ESPN Plus, dude, it was awesome.
It's the best.
I still never forget when my wife walked in the one time. She goes, "Are you watching high school basketball?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
No, this team's out of California.
I think all of our wives or fiancés have asked us that. They're like, "What are you doing?" Like,
yeah,
all right.
It's some of my favorite basketball to watch.
Fun to watch.
So Texas A&M CC, the Islanders, watched them the other night.
Yep,
man,
it's good. It's fun times. But any other college basketball? I know you guys probably have some things. Trent, Trey,
Kalkbrenner, 49 points.
This guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Keep it together, man.
49.
He literally looks for dick names. And it's like, hey, I'm going to talk about this guy. Cockburner.
Yeah.
Kalkbrenner. Okay. The guy that I did mention about Creighton, that's why they were my pick to win the Big East. A little surprise pick there. Although they did struggle in the game, he was 20 for 22 in field goals. 2 for 2 as a over 7-footer from 3-point range. He's the guy, man.
He's BFG. Big Friend the Giant, World Dawg.
Gotcha.
So yeah, big fucking guy.
That works too.
Tyler's 2 Richard Pop Tops. But yeah, so that was something that stood out to me. And then I think I don't know. I'm a little surprised that this. If this were me, I would be super pumped. Tomorrow, 7:00, Kansas Jayhawks, North Carolina Tar Heels.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? A Friday this early in November. Let's go. I'm ready to have a couple cold ones and watch that game for sure. And Duke plays Army tomorrow. So
there's a big game on Saturday too, I'm pretty sure, with Kentucky. No. Maybe that's tomorrow.
Tyler, right now, Tar Heels are plus 7.5.
That's not a bad play. No, Kentucky's not it.
I just don't know who.
Saturday. Saturday's Arkansas Baylor and Auburn Houston. Those are 2 goals too.
Now that's a huge one.
Yeah. Those
Auburn,
are Saturday. Auburn Houston's a 9:30 p.m. game, which is kind of cool. Arkansas Baylor is 7:30. So
Auburn will cover if they're the underdog.
Can I tell you another game on Saturday that everyone should watch?
Yeah.
Quinnipiac and St. John's.
Ooh, ow. St. John's would kill them. Quinnipiac lost their best player. Just don't forget that. He's gone. So
okay.
All right.
I feel like Trey always mispronounces that name. Hey, one other thing, Trent. Your Cooper Flag guy, man, he's a baller.
Yeah, but I'm a little disappointed in myself that I didn't mention this guy last week. Con Knipple, boys.
Dude,
he might.
He looks like he's gonna be so hated.
Both of them are. Both of them are going to be hated, but they are those two right there. Dynamic duo. Watch out.
It's gonna be scary. Yeah, they look pretty good, dude.
They're talented. I mean, they played friggin' Maine, right? So not going to get all. They got a big game next week. They've got Kentucky next week. They're in the championship.
Maybe that's the one I was thinking about. That's next week.
So it'll be Michigan State, Kansas, and then the same night at the same venue, Duke and Kentucky play each other.
Is that next Saturday or is that next?
No, that's like during the week next week.
Okay, cool.
Probably. My guess is Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say it's probably gonna be Tuesday. So,
all right, good deal. Tune in tomorrow night, North Carolina, Kansas, 7:00.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday. See you next week.
Peace, Wills.